How's everyone going? All right, guys. Cody back again, guys. Dropping out another video. Right, guys. Going to address exercise today within prison. Exercise is not what you think. Prison's exercise is different to what you think exercise is. Exercise means pretty much you're on the exercise yard, right? Some prisoners that watch this, like I say, every prison is different. If you end up at a prison, right, depending on the regime of that prison, you could be locked behind your door 22, 23 hours of the day, or you could get exercise, right? Like I say, every prison is different, guys, when you land at the prison and all that sort of stuff. Right, guys, so exercise, like, obviously I just talk off my experiences. So on my last stretch, exercise used to be called between 9 and about 9:30. Because the thing is, right, you've got the main bit of the jail, right, and then you've got the top bit of the jail. The top bit of the jail is the induction wing, the detox wing, the recovery wing, and the nonce wing, right, the VPs, yeah. Right, now, there's 2 yards, right, every prison is different and all that stuff, but there was 2 yards, and obviously we've got, like, we can't, like, sometimes they put us out and G2 out, right. G2 is the detox wing, right. Sometimes they'll be on the yard and sometimes then we'll come out on the yard, and then there's like a ginnel between, like an alleyway between you, where there's like fencing and stuff. You can't go into each other's yard, and you just talk through the fence and stuff, right. And then you've normally got a screw from each wing. So there'd be a screw from induction wing watching us, and there'd be a screw from the detox wing watching them. And what it is, they try to tell you to step away from the fence and stuff and stop talking. All it is really the exercise yard. Some yards are bigger than others, again, depending on what prison you're in and stuff. The reason it's important in my eyes to get exercise, right, is it gets you out of your cell, right? In your cell, right, within you, if you never go out onto the yard, right, you're not going to get much fresh air, right? Now, it's important to go outside because the artificial light in the prison and stuff, it's bad for you, bad for your skin and stuff. So it's better to get outside. I fucking hell, I've been out in rain, I've been out in the frost, I've been out in the sleet, snow, everything, right? I've been out in the sun. I just like to go outside. I used to walk around with a couple of the other cleaners, and we used to just, all we do, we come onto the yard and we just walk around in a clockwise, like, so you go clockwise around the yard and stuff. Some people jog, some people run, some people will do press ups on, you've got like these concrete sort of benches. Some people do press ups, some people do dips, other people just walk around and stuff. Some people just use it as an excuse to get out on the yard, blaze a bit of spice, blaze a bit of weed, and just they'll just congregate in a corner and all start blazing, yeah, and just like doing a bit of this and a bit of that, yeah. Like I say, you don't get much exercise. We used to get an hour, 50 minutes to an hour a day, give or take. But it's nice to get outside, stretch your legs, get some fresh air into your lungs. Because when we was on the wing, yeah, it was just like recycled air. And the wing used to get ill, like if there was a bug on the wing or flu or something, right? It used to like a blowout, it'd suck up, it'd blow out, and it just recycled air all the time, and people used to get ill, right? So any given chance I used to get out on exercise. We used to get exercise freely. Like I say, some people will land at prison for the first time and they'll be like, oh, we were told about exercise, and someone will just laugh at you and say, mate, you're not getting no exercise here. Like I say, example, Strangeways, yeah, I didn't get much association, but we used to get exercise, right, once a day, right, usually for about 45 minutes, right. And again, same sort of script, go out, you walk out onto the yard. We were searched. Sometimes they search you, sometimes they don't. Again, every prison is different. They'll pat you down, you walk out onto the yard, and then you just like, you'll walk around in a clockwise fashion. When I was in Strangeways and stuff, when I was on exercise at Strangeways, you had the induction wing, which is A wing, and then you've got B wing next door. And B wing, you've got 1, 2, 3s and 4s, yeah. And people used to throw parcels out and fucking burn and fucking spice and everything, and lads. But you've got what it is, yeah. When you're walking around the yard, yeah, there's like a yellow line to stop you going right next to the wing, yeah. So like right next to the building, there's like a yellow line which is painted all the way down. So if you go over it, I remember once, we got out on exercise. Someone threw a parcel down, and it landed on the other side of the yellow line. Some prisoner went to grab it, and then the screw said, "Right, everybody in," and we got dragged back in. We just been locked up for fucking about 23 hours, and then they let us out, and we was out for less than 5 minutes, and that was it. Bam, straight back in your cells. People, like, when people used to throw, like wet fucking toilet wet boggerel, used to launch out the windows trying to hit us. Just fucking about, guys. You know what I mean? It was a laugh when they went on the yard. We used to do the same to them, depending on which side of the wing you was on. So yeah, exercise I think is a valuable thing. You only get about an hour a day, guys, max. Some people won't even see that much. Some people, depending on staff shortages and stuff, you might not even get it from one day to the next. It does go on. Exercise, though, like I say, some people jog round, some people run round, some people walk round. Some people use it just to clear their head, to clear the mind. Some people walk around on their own. Some people walk around in groups of 3s and 4s, like in a line and stuff. We used to love it, man. And the thing is as well, like when we used to stand, like when I was on the yard at Forest Bank and stuff, right? Like, you used to get all the screws and people coming through and like going to work and going to visits and stuff, and you'd stop and you'd chat to them and stuff, and like female screws and stuff used to get about, and all the lads be living like that alleyway, that ginnel as we call it, right? Like the females, the lads are just like all at the fence, like honestly like a pack of lions, waiting to get their hands on the meat. We didn't get no meat, man. So yeah, but yeah, that covers exercise, guys, pretty much. Like I say, if you're offered it, well, you will be offered it at some point, right? Like I say, some people get it every day. Some people should get it every day, but don't always get it due to staff shortages and stuff. My advice would be, guys, seriously, go out, get some fresh air in your lungs, stretch your legs. Get the artificial light on the wing and stuff, it's shit. Get out on the yard, get some fresh air, right? Like I say, you're just walking around for an hour, but it gets you out of your cell, keeps you active. Like I say, and you can have a laugh on the yard and stuff like that. If you're locked behind your door and you don't, if you've got two options, right? What they used to say is, I was a cleaner, so like I said, I was out all the time, but I've also been locked up as well. And then they'll just say, right, guys, if you want to exercise, on your buzzers, right? So people press the buzzers, and then on the outside of your cell, at the top, like right of your cell, there's like a light. That'll light up. That'll tell the screw you want to exercise. Then they'll come round, they'll unlock you. You can't stay. You can't. If they unlock you and you just think, fuck it, I'm just going to walk around on the wing, that won't happen. They'll just lock you back behind your door. It's literally, you go out on exercise or you go back behind your door. If you go back behind your door, you're just going to sit there watching shit like Jeremy Kyle and stuff like that. It's better to go out, get some fresh air, walk around, clear your head, and get some natural light onto your skin like I'm doing now from the sun that's shining through. Right, guys, going to leave it there. This covers exercise within prison and stuff. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, get me on Facebook, get me on Twitter, and all that good stuff. Speak to you soon. Bye.